Hi everybody, Rant coming in. So, I've been watching a couple of videos about, kind of what's wrong with the state of BookTok and BookTube. Actually, I find that BookTube is a little bit more creative, a space where we're not kind of all up in each other's business, criticizing each other too much. It's been my experience that booktubers tend to prop each other up. So apparently the issue is with BookTok and the death of intellectualism. Now, when I was in school, I remember studying Matthew Arnold, who was one of those old dead white guys who did all this hand-wringing and moaning about the death of culture and how, there was the dumbing down of the world. And you know what? That was 250 years ago, and guess what? Nothing's changed. You're always going to get a range of people who like different things, and that's okay. I mean, do I want to sound like an intellectual? I can haul out the Backton and talk about carnivalism and how the medieval carnivals existed to kind of poke fun at the existing social order and blah 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 blah. But as Kevin Smith says, the real money is in dick and fart jokes. And this is why we celebrate things like Garb August. This is why we enjoy trash reading. And there is nothing wrong with reading for pleasure. And there's nothing wrong with reading to expand your mind and become more intelligent and to speak intelligently about books. Nothing at all. And I don't see why we have to be at odds. Some people like to really get into the literary analysis and talk about, the literary significance of the curtains, and this person, this is a symbol, and walking into the ocean, and death is parenthetical, and blah blah blah. And some people really do just like dick and fart jokes. What's important, and I've said this, I've stressed this so many times, and I always use the example of Twilight being considered a high-low, which is high interest, low comprehension in schools. Which, again, is a very, very faint praise, but what it means is that kids who gravitate toward Twilight, who gravitate towards comic books, anything that's the lowest common denominator that has words on it is still okay. And you know why? Because it's something that gets people reading who would not read otherwise. And that's the really important part for me. And I think that, as booktubers and book talkers, we should be putting aside all of our differences about, why we're reading. Because it doesn't matter. You're going to find your niche. You're going to find the books you love, and there's room for everybody. It's all different parts of the same alphabet, and it's all great. And that's why we're here, because we love books. So I'm not going to cut somebody down for not being intellectual enough to understand something like the carnivalism of my fart jokes. And I'm not going to cut somebody down for simply reading a book, enjoying it, and putting it aside, like when you have a big meal and you have a poop afterwards. See? Cannot get back. You just can't get away from the scatological humor. Build each other up. Watch the channels that you like. Enjoy the channels that you like. Leave props, leave comments, leave hearts, and let's all be in this together. I just don't see any reason to create drama. Now, if there is one thing that is concerning about especially BookTube, it's that some books, because some booktubers are given review copies by the publisher, there are some books that might be propped up in the algorithm that might be at the expense of other books. But I'm not part of that. I don't think any of the booktubers that I watch are part of that. There's criticism to be had that the authors tend to very much be, white and a certain genre and whatever. But that doesn't really have much of a place where I am, or from what I've gathered from the booktubers that I like to watch. But yeah, I mean, we're here because we love books, and let's just love books. You know what? If you want to be intellectual on your channel, go right ahead. If I want to make dick and fart jokes, I'm gonna go ahead and make dick and fart jokes. Understand it with the understanding that, yeah, I can intellectualize it if I really, really wanted to, but who the hell wants to? All right, I hope that my rant makes some kind of sense. I hope you're reading lots of horror. Have a great day.